Yeah. It's a damn good time podcast. It's a damn good time
podcast.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. I'm Steve Schaefer.
I'm Cody Adams.
And this is a damn good time podcast.
Hit him.
Hitting them with it. Coming back to you from the studio.
Heck yeah.
Doing a little podcast action.
Boom.
Looking forward to it. Looking forward to a damn good time.
I am too. I already have an announcement to make, though.
Huh?
We will not be recording next Friday.
No?
Nope.
What's going on next Friday?
The Buckeyes playing in the
Buckeyes
semifinals, baby.
What time's that game on?
I think like 6 o'clock or something like that.
Yeah. Man, I might have to leave work early then. Come home and get ready for that shit.
6 or 7, I think. I don't know.
Well, let's Google it. Here, I got an information superhighway right in front of me.
I'm pretty sure it's 6, but things change a lot too.
Those are all past games.
Doesn't even want to show you. After we just put a shellacking down in Oregon.
Dude, that was insane.
Yeah, I did not expect it to go that way, so that was pretty cool.
Let's just do college football playoffs schedule. National championship is to be decided. Thanks, Google, you fucking cunt.
Whoa. Google.
No, I just hate whenever it's like we're so smart at things. Here, you search
it's at 7:30.
college football playoff schedule, and the only one it's telling me is that the final is to be decided on January 20th.
Your Google's not as good as mine. I found it.
I guess
7:30. Playing Texas.
That's exactly the information I wanted to know. You dumb fuck.
The only fear I have about this one is we're getting talked up so much as they're the best team, they're unbeatable. Yep. And it's like, damn it. Because before and ever now it's like the last game, everybody's like, I don't know, it's going to be pretty tough. Oregon, I think Oregon can take it. I think Oregon, a lot of like the bigger guys are like, Oregon's going to win this game. Oregon's going to win this game.
Yeah.
And then we smoke them. And now everybody's like, well, I don't know. Ohio State got to figure it out. Now they're the best team and they got the best player. And it's like, shut up.
Stop it.
No, we don't.
I like it better when you didn't like us.
But yeah. Big Ten domination.
And then we'll be there. Dude, that's insane.
Well,
I haven't been paying attention to anybody else, but I didn't realize that, that's...
one more SEC team to go, Texas.
And that's it.
So what's funny is, I'm sure if you're into college football, you know this, but every top-seeded team that had a bye week lost. Yeah. So now everybody's like, oh, is that a thing? Like, since they didn't play for, however many days.
They got cold or something.
They're not in sync again, I'm sure they're practicing like crazy and stuff too.
Yeah.
Watching film on everybody.
But I don't see a downside to having a bye week. Getting players rested up.
Yeah.
Watching all kinds of film. You're still practicing, like you said, staying warm in that aspect, but at least you're not out there getting the shit beat out of you.
I know. Are you getting more nerves though? I think this is just kind of a weird thing that happened, but we'll see. This is the first year of doing this, so it would be pretty fantastic if Ohio State won, because the first time that the original playoff bracket started with 4 teams?
Yeah,
we won that. So now if we go to the spread out bracket and we win that
to the
too,
big boy
it's like,
bracket. Hey,
look at that.
Yeah,
even after losing 2 games this season. So
yeah.
Well,
Yeah, I'm glad there's only one game that we lost that I really, really care about, but shit happens. Yeah. That's the other thing that scares me about Ohio State is that you don't know who's showing up that day.
Right. Well, and I think that's, a lot of why people are calling for Ryan Day's head, because it was the play calling and why aren't we trying to open up this field? Why aren't we doing this? Why aren't we doing that? And then they just did it and look what happened.
Yeah.
So, I love it. I saw the perfect meme or whatever somebody put out where it's the Dumb and Dumber where he pulls up on the scooter.
Yeah.
It's like Ryan Day on the scooter. He's like, after I think you can't get any dumber, you go and totally redeem yourself. Which I don't know if that's completely the case, but we'll see how the rest of this playoff run goes. So.
Yeah, I've already heard a bunch of people saying like he has to win the national championship or they're probably going to get rid of him.
I know my wife being an outsider Michigan fan, right? She's just like, "What? He's a good coach. You guys win all the time." I'm like, "It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
we lose to the wrong team.
Yeah. We don't win all the right games all the time."
Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, I just we'll go to next Friday and we'll see what happens.
Yep,
so, be fun.
Yeah, I'm stoked.
It just means more football.
Yeah. Well, hey, at least they're doing something because the Browns fucking ain't doing shit.
No,
you know.
No, they're done for the year.
Yeah.
They got Zappy coming in. Zap, zap, zap.
Yeah.
As quarterback. So it's pretty much, I mean, I think Baltimore's favored by like 20 points or something to win that game.
Yeah.
So,
that's
yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah, it'll be, hopefully we upset them. That'll be fun.
That'd be awesome.
It'll be fun.
That would make for a damn good time.
That'd make for a damn good time.
I wish we were cool enough where we could do like a companion episode. Like while we're sitting here watching it and doing the podcast at the same time.
Right.
But I don't think we're that. I don't think our attention span's that good.
Well, I think we could do it, but then I think we also have rights to it.
Well, we won't show the episode. Like we won't show the screen.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? But we'll just have it like on a TV back there where we're watching it and talking, and as if we were just sitting in the living room watching it anyway, but just record the conversation.
Right. It's like a live stream of us watching it.
Yeah. I know Rogan does that with fights every once in a while.
Gotcha.
But, he's also a commentator, so he's probably got cool things to say about shit. And we're like, that's a shitty flag. I think we'd be too distracted to make a decent episode. So
I saw the NFL at one point in time maybe just because it was Amazon, and Amazon owns Twitch. The streaming platform. And they were having the Thursday night games, and some of the streamers were allowed to broadcast the game on there,
and then do their own commentary over it.
And talk about the game while it was going on. So
that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah,
but we're not that cool.
We're not that cool
no.
Yet.
Not yet, motherfuckers. Hey, we just got a new subscriber today.
Woo! Thank you.
Yeah, Mr. Kreider. He was talking to him about it at work, and he's like, "What do you guys talk about?" Like, we just get drunk and talk shit. He's like, okay. He's like, well, you just got a new subscriber. I'm like, thanks, bud.
Boom. Yeah.
I've been playing the Call of Duty with the boys from work.
Yeah.
And they really enjoy whenever I get hammered drunk and talk a bunch of shit. They're like, you're not good when you're drinking. I'm like, I know. But you'll start off the night and you're like doing pretty decent, like kind of at the top of the tier there, middle of the pack, and then you just keep dropping and then dropping and then drop, and then you're last place all the time. Like, yeah, but I'm having fun.
Yeah.
Still having fun.
Your reaction time just gets slower and slower and slower. That's when you just need to get like a rocket launcher out and run around.
Yeah. Do something entertaining.
Right. Yeah.
But that's I'm actually gonna cut back on the drinking for the start of the year till I get back down to a good weight, because I ballooned back up to 260 pounds. So that sucks. And I make terrible eating decisions whenever I'm drinking too. So it's not even really a lot of the drinking thing that I think is putting on the weight. It's the eating while I'm drinking thing that's putting on the weight.
Sure.
And then, also alcohol doesn't really speed up your metabolism at all.
No.
So I'm going to be drinking a little less here for the next month or so, or however long it takes me to get down. I want to get to 210, but I also don't want to give up drinking for that long.
Sure.
Like it might take me a while to get down there, and it's like, well. Or maybe just like keep it more for like special occasions instead of like just Friday. Oh, it's a Friday. Let's do this. Oh, hey, it's a Saturday. Football's on Sundays. Let's do this, So,
sure. Yeah, it's January, so like
there's nothing the fuck going on in January.
Got football, but I mean,
right.
We're not going out as much, and it's not nice outside, and it's not like
Yeah, it's not like a go on the boat.
It's cold and depressing outside.
Yeah. Almost, actually, fuck, I almost need drinks now because it's cold and depressing outside.
Right.
It's not like I could go for a hike or anything fun.
That's what me and the wife and I've already kind of started, but That's why I got Michelob Ultras.
Trying to do the low carb.
Go a little low carb. And,
Yeah.
Keto if you have it, but not really because I am drinking beer right now. So that's really defeats all purposes. But
Well, you get up to what, like about 20 grams of carbs a day? Just eat no carbs.
yeah,
And get them all from the beer.
yeah, you can do so many, but I mean, imagine I'll drink excessive amount over it, but still
70, what is it, like 70, 20, 10, 70% fat, 20% protein, and then 10% of your caloric intake can be carbs.
right, something like that.
Yeah, if I remember correctly.
Oh, I know. I just cut it out of the food. And then when I went hardcore on it, if I was drinking, then I'd have just vodka.
Yeah.
Vodka and Mio water. So it would be like very little to no carbs at all.
Yeah, the Googler's saying 70, 80 fat, 10 to 20 protein, and 5 to 10 of carbies.
Right.
But, and even with carbs too, you got to look at the fucking net carbs, which that is all going to be net carbs. You know, beer definitely is. But like whenever you look at like broccoli or something, it's like fucking fiber isn't going to stick to my hips.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
like
the fiber can outweigh it. So there's
the net carb or sugars and shit is what you really need to stay away from.
Why don't I just eat a bunch of fiber then, and then I can eat whatever I want? Then, right? Shouldn't it work that way?
Yeah, you can eat a shitload of broccoli.
I'm just taking fiber pills and be shitting like crazy, but I'll be losing weight.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, you could just do laxatives or a nice cleanse.
Nice cleanse. Just vomit everywhere.
Yeah. I've even heard a lot of people that don't even really watch. I mean, they still eat healthier, but they'll do the intermittent fasting thing where it's like a 4 to 8 hour feeding cycle and then fast for the rest of it. And they see a lot of improvements on that. And it's like, I don't even really have to monitor carbs or anything too much because that fasting is like popping that metabolism up on me.
Gotcha.
So
I don't really, during the weekdays, I don't eat during the day really anyways.
Yeah.
So I wake up, have coffee, feed the kids, maybe have like one bite of their thing that's left over.
Yeah.
And then I'm out the door working.
Right.
And go through my whole day going nothing to rest but restaurants.
Just hanging out at restaurants.
Normally I don't eat until I get home and make dinner, and then I eat.
I'd probably eat too much if I was hanging out at restaurants all the time.
Yeah, sometimes somebody's like, "Oh, you gotta try this thing I made," or "Hey, try this." I'm like, "Damn it,
good call on selling me this product. Here, taste what I did with it."
Yeah, exactly.
Like, okay,
can't say no. You know.
Well, that's the problem too. I think sometimes with, especially me in the holiday season and at work all the time, they're like, "Oh, we're doing an employee lunch. Oh, we're gonna buy you guys pizza for working extra during the holiday season. Oh, we're gonna do this again." And it's like, I'm not gonna turn down a free meal. You know, like, hey, I'll eat some fucking pizza, dude. That's cool, man. I could break the diet for today, and then, and then once you, it seems like once you get out of that mindset, it's like, well, I had carbs today. I'll just have carbs again tomorrow.
Right.
No sense in going and going back or anything.
No, I just feel like after November, December, where it's like really hitting it hard with all the carbs and all the sweets and all the sugar and everything, like start snoring really bad again and stuff like that. I'm like, this just does not act right with my body anymore. Like it's not. I'm not one of those people who are like, oh, I can't eat them at all, but it just wrecks me.
It's not good for you.
Yeah, and obviously the weight and the and feeling bloated all the time, like, and all that too.
That shit sucks. And then it's like, well, either I gotta lose weight or I gotta buy new clothes.
Right.
It's like all my shit isn't fitting anymore.
Right.
So it's okay. I guess I'll buy new clothes. I guess I'll lose weight.
Yeah, so I think it's kind of like that's your the January the New Year's resolution. Yeah. I was working my way there.
Yeah, the old New Year, new me.
Yeah, but Happy New Year to you guys.
Yeah, I hope it was a good one for you guys.
Yeah.
Did you do anything cool?
I just had some friends over to the house. Played some card games. Played some Jackbox.
Nice.
Just kind of hung out and had the champagne toast at midnight and Kids were in bed, of course.
Yeah.
They're not staying up for that.
Kids had 2 glasses of champagne.
Yeah, knocked them right out. No, just that's about it. Just chill evening at the house with a couple friends, and
that's dope.
Nothing crazy. I made a pork roast and sauerkraut and mashed potatoes and the whole works.
All that good luck shit.
Yeah. So we did that, and we actually ate dinner early, which was nice. Normally it's like, the friends come over, the kids were just eating dinner, fed them. And normally it's like everybody starts BSing, and we had like a meat and cheese tray, and like everybody starts munching on that, and then kind of dinner gets forgotten about. And I'm like, I pulled the roast out, it looked beautiful. I'm like, all right, I'm slicing this up, we're sitting down and eating.
Fuck it, we're eating now. We're doing it right now.
This is one of those bone-in pork loin roasts.
Yeah.
The rack still on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got you. So you sliced it down in the chops, basically, then?
Yeah.
That's dope.
With the fat cap on it and all that. So it's like, keeps really tender and juicy. And
hell yeah. I didn't really get into much. I'm always afraid now of driving anywhere. So especially on a Target night like that, even if it's just a couple, you know. So I just stayed in for a while, and then my neighbors got a hold of me, and we went into town and grabbed Sarah and went to the brew house and watched the ball drop there, which that's weird because I'm too old.
Sports pub.
I'm too old to be there, man. It was just, there were some other people that were like old balls, you could tell, but like it was such a weird young crowd. And then it's like to that point, because usually you walk in there, it's like, oh, yeah, I know that person, or oh, yeah, I know that. Really go catch up with that guy. Not a single motherfucker in that place that I recognize. Like, yeah, that's why I don't do this ever. It's kind of lame.
But I think that's some of it's, obviously the younger crowd inherits the bar scene. And eventually that's how it goes. But yeah, and then the people our age are not going there anymore either.
Right.
Until maybe you get a bit older.
Yeah.
And your kids are gone and stuff, and you're like, let's go out for New Year's instead of staying in,
But even then, I feel like it's like, oh, we'll get an early dinner.
Right. And go back and hang at the house.
Get a few drinks, we'll watch the ball drop on the couch. That sounds great,
Yeah. I mean, we've had parties over the last few years where always like, somebody always comes to my house, went to my neighbors. We were here that one year for it. And that's more of our thing. Just let's have a house party. And everybody can stay the night or whatever. So, yeah.
Yeah, it gets expensive going out, too.
Yeah. There's another sign you get no. It's expensive. I don't know anybody. This is weird. I'm just going to be home in my PJs.
Everybody's here that's younger than me. It's weird.
Just be home playing Call of Duty right now. Better.
But we watched the ball drop, and then the neighbors came over, and we hung out in the basement and ate a bunch of meats and cheeses. I had a pork and sauerkraut and shit like normal, so
yeah,
it was a pretty good night.
Pork and sauerkraut.
Yeah, I looked that up. That's mainly a Pennsylvania Dutch thing. Like I was wondering, like, oh, is it like a where, I mean, I figured it had to be like a Germany Dutchy thing.
Right.
That's the kind of dish it is.
Is that? So do you think that's more nationwide, or is that more just our area?
Kind of what I was wondering.
So I don't know. I mean, I've always known about it.
Yeah.
I feel like since I was a kid.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's like a nationwide thing or not.
Right. That's what I was thinking, because when I looked it up, and once I saw it was a Pennsylvania, it was like a tradition of the Pennsylvania Dutch. I was sitting there, I was wondering, like, okay, I wonder then if that's what people in Texas do. I mean, I'm sure they're doing brisket or something. Anyway,
well, yeah, but it's always like you could cook something else.
Yeah,
but you always had like a little
has it spread out.
You had like a crock pot on the side, and the whole house smelling like sauerkraut.
Yeah,
with some pork pieces cut up in it that was been slow cooking overnight.
I had a bratwurst in mine this year.
Yeah.
I did bratwurst and the pork, the country ribs.
Mm-hmm.
And then it turned out pretty fucking fantastic.
Yeah, hell yeah.
The only thing I didn't like is the sauerkraut I got this year was like mushy. Like they over soured it, or something.
Okay, don't be over souring that kraut.
Because it's basically it's just fermented cabbage. I think you literally just put water and salt on cabbage and then let it sit till it turns into that.
Yeah, I think it's water, salt. I think they put a little bit of sugar in it. Some brands, it depends on the brand, but maybe a little bit of vinegar here and there. But yeah, I don't know. Or did you go with the the bag, the can, or the jar?
Bag. I went bag this time.
Bag.
I usually go bag. There was a brand that's out of Cleveland that I used to see at Walmart all the time, and I didn't see it this year. And I don't know if maybe they didn't, they went under or something. But they had like a dill flavored kraut. I even had like a kimchi version, but it was still more sauerkraut, but it was like spicy, like kind of like kimchi.
Yeah.
And then their standard kraut was fucking awesome, and it was always crisp and crunchy. So I was looking for that this year and couldn't find it, so I got like, I think it was called like fucking Silver Leaf or some shit was the brand.
Gotcha.
And yeah, it just seemed like it was mushier than normal.
I went with the jar this year.
Yeah.
I normally go with the bag typically. Normally stay away from the can, but I'll use it. Doesn't matter. I don't care. But
does the jar come out of the fridge, out of the cooler aisle, or
no? I think it was shelf aisle.
Still shelf.
Yeah, still shelf stable. Although I realized because it's been in my cupboard for a year because we bought 2 jars of it last year and only cooked 1.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, it's expired by 2 months. Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
Yeah, says who?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Shut up. I'm not gonna fall for your tricks and go buy a new jar.
Yeah.
We're eating this one.
It's sauerkraut.
It's fucking.
I think it's got better.
Yeah. I don't think sauerkraut goes bad.
Yeah.
It already is bad.
It's in a jar. Like
Yeah.
maybe it was in a can. I'd be like, okay, yeah.
Or if the top is
yeah.
popped, then
Yeah.
maybe. Or if the can is bloated, maybe. Or if mold. That's the only thing you really got to worry about.
Nah, it's fine.
It's already fucking fermented.
Yeah, it's completely fine. I put it in a pan, heated it up, threw a little brown sugar, a little apple cider vinegar in it,
Yeah.
a little extra salt and pepper. Beautiful.
I usually don't put. I know a lot of the recipes I saw call for an apple or apple sauce, and I usually don't do that because I like my kraut to be tart.
Yeah.
But this year I found an applesauce brand that it was Granny Smith applesauce, and it was no sugar added, so it had that hint of sweetness, but it was still tart. And I put that in, and I couldn't really tell a difference. It didn't really do much.
Didn't do anything.
Yeah.
No, I put like maybe a tablespoon and a half worth of brown sugar in the whole thing, so it's like a little bit of sweetness, but then I counteract that because I'm just putting I put apple cider vinegar in it too, so I'm like I'm making it more tart, but that little sweet, but I want it to be just a little different from what it was, I guess.
Right.
But
Doctored up a tad.
yeah,
Put your own flair on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'll slice up onions and saute them off, and then garlic too. Fresh garlic was in mine. And then the bratwurst and pork, and I got a good sear on all that shit too. And then brought it up. I did pour beer in there, so I deglazed the pan with some Miller Lite.
Yeah.
a nice lager, I think is And then and yeah, it turned out pretty fucking good.
You still get enough sauerkraut in your life,
Right.
It's one of those things where it's like occasionally you're at a hot dog place or something, you're like, oh, sauerkraut.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
yeah.
Kraut on a fucking dog is where it's at.
Or Reuben, you get
Yeah.
some Reubens here or there, but yeah. It needs to be on more things.
I took some to the guy I work with because he's like, my wife doesn't like the smell in the house, so I don't get pork and sauerkraut. I'm like, I'll bring you some, man. So I did, and he's like, he even brought that up too. He's like, why is it always a one time a year thing? We should eat sauerkraut more often. I was like, we should just plan this. If we both know we're not traveling or we're gonna be in the shop, we could just bring in a fucking crock pot.
Right.
And we could have pork and sauerkraut for lunch, dude.
Yeah.
He's like, why have I never thought about that? We're definitely doing this now. I'm like, fuck yeah.
It's easy enough.
Yep.
This is whose house who won't stink up.
Yeah. My wife allows it, so she doesn't like the smell of it either, but it's gone after it's done.
Right.
Once you put that crock pot away, it's fine.
I heat mine up in pans, so it wasn't sitting there out all day.
Yeah.
So it was pretty quick, just like heat up. It was probably on there. I had it on low for maybe an hour.
Yeah.
So it didn't really, and then I had the whole pork roast and everything else going on.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. Anyways, sauerkraut.
Yeah.
Get some.
Get you some. It's good for your gut.
It's good for your get. Well, it's just like kimchi,
Yeah.
Same type of thing. It's good.
Yeah, naturally fermented foods are good for you.
Yeah. And we don't get that all the time either.
No.
Like, I get it, like, never, basically.
Kind of want some kimchi now.
Yeah.
I'll go to sushi places a lot whenever I'm traveling. So
get it, yeah.
get some Chinese food or something, and then they always got it out at the buffet. So I get more kimchi in my life probably than I do sauerkraut.
Yep. Well, sauerkraut balls are a fun thing.
Yeah.
You know?
I haven't done too many of those because of the carb shit.
Right.
But they're still delicious.
Right. You know. All right, anyways. Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Cheers to that. Mm-hmm. Go Bucks. Yeah, hopefully the Browns upset Baltimore. That's our recap of our last 20 minutes. Yeah. Nothing else, really.
Yeah. Yeah, since I'm not drinking, I'm not rambling on as much. This show's going into the gutter because I'm sober right now.
Yeah, I gotta find somebody else.
Well, I did it for a whole year. I just got to get back in that groove.
Right. I just need to start drinking more to counteract.
Yeah. You got to drink for both.
You're drinking for two right now. I start rambling. You just sit there like, what the fuck are you even talking about?
Shut up, Cody. Don't mind him.
Oh, man. So, obviously, crazy week with, the shit that went down in New Orleans, Las Vegas, New York, kind of all the...
A lot of weirdos out there.
Yeah, I don't... This whole day, it was like some Fort Bragg or something like that where everybody came out of or something. They're relating it all to that. So
then the same company rented the trucks or whatever.
Yeah, and it's just a bunch of weird shit. But like, how terrible, thoughts go out to those families in New Orleans.
Right,
but
dude.
like, it's just blasting down and like, man.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, if you're a shitty person having a shitty time on this earth, don't take it out on other people.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm not condoning taking your own life at all.
Right.
But you definitely shouldn't take other people's in the process.
Right. No.
Be an asshole by yourself, man.
I've seen some videos of that. It's like, holy shit. Like, so many close calls to other people getting hit and like barely getting out of the way of that guy flying down the street. I mean, he was bucking it.
I didn't see a lot of footage on that yet.
Oh, yeah. It's pretty bad. Pretty bad. But yeah. It's electric vehicle scoot.
I know one was a Ford F-150. Was it electric?
Yeah, it's like a Ford Lightning. Or
something. Oh, they're all electric one.
Yeah, it's all electric.
They got that torque.
Yeah,
and they're heavy as fuck because of the batteries and shit. I didn't even think about that.
No, it looked like the last picture was like his hood's been up and he ran into like what do you call it, like a scissor lift?
Yeah,
type big one.
Yeah,
like doing construction, like ran into that. Probably couldn't see anymore, and then ran into that, and then got to shoot out with the cops, I guess. But
it's fucking nuts.
Yeah, crazy. And then the guy blows up a Tesla truck in front of Trump Tower, and like Elon tweets out, he's like, "Well, they picked the wrong vehicle because it just everything went straight upwards and like not outwards, and like the glass wasn't even shattered on the front doors."
Yeah,
which was kind of crazy.
Well, and I know those have cameras all over them too.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they could probably get some kind of footage or information, Yeah,
but it said it was pretty much like a homemade bunch of fireworks together and,
I heard
propane
something
and
about they saw fireworks going off and shit.
Yeah, like it wasn't like a real bomb, I guess, but I mean, like pretty.
Yeah, still probably deadly. Yeah. It'll hurt you if you're standing too close. That's for sure. But
either way,
but not like the one guy in Oklahoma City where it was like 10 tons of fertilizer.
Right, like right, planned out.
Yeah,
took out a whole building.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, that sucks.
It's just crazy how many times in our life we've had bombings like that and seen bombings like that and seen all this crazy shit. And it's like, thought it's not ending anytime.
Why are millennials fucked up? Shit. We've had life-changing events happen like every 5 years, it seems.
We didn't have any of those world wars, but
yeah. But we're terrorized.
Yeah. Just get a little microdoses.
Right.
But yeah, crazy week.
Stay safe out there.
I mean, I know it's not a damn good time. It's not fun to talk about, but
Yeah.
figured we mention it just so
But
you know
yeah,
we're
thoughts and prayers for however much that can do to help. But we feel for you.
Anyways, now we got a segment out of that. Good
Yeah.
job, Cody.
That's where I need a soundboard.
Did your boys stay up for the New Year's drop?
Yep.
That's good.
Yep. And they didn't care about it. They're playing Fortnite. I wouldn't even be surprised if there was like, oh yeah, they had like a Fortnite event, counted down in a live match or something.
Oh sure.
Yeah.
The ball dropped in that, and everybody like, wee, danced around. Online.
Yeah, they stayed up, and then whenever we came back, they hung out with us down there and ate a bunch of food with us and shit. So,
yeah, we got our first real snow today.
Yeah, that was we've had one. The kids already had a snow day, but this was thicker.
Yeah, well,
I think that one was more like icy or some shit.
Yeah,
it
was
fucking touching something, man.
It was definitely. I think that was the ice one.
Yeah,
this is more like it was snow.
Yeah,
like there's snow still on the ground because it's cold enough, and everything's covered in snow.
Mm-hmm.
So like now the grass in the yard doesn't look like complete shit.
Right? It doesn't look like a muddy mess.
Yeah, not everything looks gross right now.
Right.
Which is fun, and they say this polar vortex is coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be cold January.
That sucks.
That's what they keep saying, but I don't know.
I saw more snow on Monday too, and I got to drive to Illinois, so that's gonna be great.
Yay! Woohoo! No thanks.
Yeah. So hopefully that one's not too bad, but
yeah, they say it's on Sunday. I think we're supposed to get Sunday and a Monday is supposed to be not nice.
That's stupid.
Yeah, so you might want to check your travel arrangements there.
Yeah.
I think it's literally coming through like just straight across from there. So
yeah, that's cool. Well, hell, if I got to drive 5 miles an hour, I get paid by the hour. So
right, there you go.
Why the fuck did it take you 14 hours to do a 7-hour drive? It's snowing, man.
Yeah.
Pay me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should get hazard pay for that too.
Might want to move that to Tuesday.
Yeah.
Come to work on Monday, move it to Tuesday. Or fly me.
Yeah.
Quick little boop, boop.
Yeah, it is a small trip. I'm supposed to be back Thursday. So if I had to push it, drive Tuesday to Friday. But then I'd risk getting stuck somewhere
on a Friday.
On Friday, the big game day, too.
Hey, you don't want to do that.
Don't want to do that.
Nope.
I want to be, if anything, I need to take like a half day next Friday.
Well, if it goes Sunday into Monday, you'd be all right,
Yeah.
Plow through for half the day until you get to the clear roads and trucks are working and
yeah. It's all major highway too, so they'll be relatively cleared and salted and shit.
Right.
So I ain't worried about it.
I ain't worried about it. Never been about that. Like I know I talked to some people and they're already like, oh yeah, first freaking snow of the year and everybody's going 25 and doing this. And it's like, yeah, but I mean, it's not comfortable when you're not used to it, and then it takes you a few times of driving on it again to be like, okay, I'm back in it.
Yeah, because even this morning the roads weren't too bad, but it was still sloppy enough that you didn't want to be barreling down, going 75, 80 on the highway, but it wasn't bad. I still remember that one guy that we had working for us. It was like, I'm from Michigan. I could drive in the snow. I know what I'm doing. And then, like, the first time it even, like, spit outside, he's like, I can't leave the house. You little sissy.
My wife being from up there, and then driving Ohio snow, and then what she drove in, she's like, this is a whole different animal.
Yeah.
She's like, this is not the same shit. She's like, up there, it's just, you could just get pounded with snow. So there's literally 3-4 feet of snow hits overnight. You go out and you snow blow, blah, 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 and the plows come around. They don't plow it down the road. They just plow it down the snow. So you're just driving on snow all the time. So it's like...
And it is like fluffy snow like that does seem to be kind of sticky sometimes, if that makes sense.
It's not as bad.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're driving on what we get is normally gross, wet, slop, ice, crap. It's like... that will pull you into a corner, that will like drag you around everywhere.
And then also just surprise you. Maybe sometimes you're just like, oh, this isn't too bad. And you're following like, and you're in the tire tracks from the car in front of you and shit, and you're doing just fine. All of a sudden, it'll just go like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What was that all about?
Yeah.
I thought I was paying attention.
Yeah, it just seems like it's a different animal.
Yeah.
And if it was real bad up there, they all had chains in the car. They throw chains on, you keep going.
Yeah, one of the guys at work said that they had a rental car somewhere. I forget what state it was in, but they actually had a pull off, and it was like chain up during these months.
Yeah.
And he's like, my fucking rental car didn't have chains, so he had to go to like a local Walmart or some hardware store or some shit, buy tire chains for it just so he could drive on the road to get to the lab and shit.
Yeah.
It's like, that's fucking nuts.
Especially, I mean, you get like, in the hills of West Virginia, and you get like the hilly areas where it's like, no, you better have chains on, or
you're not gonna make
not
it.
be driving on this shit. Like,
Yeah,
it's not good. There's a lot of big hills here.
You're just not doing that. You're not making it.
You get halfway up, and that road gets slippery and wet, and ooh boy,
yeah. Fuck that state.
Bulldoze it. Big old hills.
Yep, dumb shit. I'm ready for winter to be over.
Yeah.
Yeah, it hasn't even really. We haven't even gotten to the thick of it yet, and I'm still ready for it to be over.
I mean, I feel like we're in the thick of it, right? I feel like we're in the midpoint.
Yeah, but we always get more snow January, February.
November's kind of winter, but it normally stays a little bit warmer. And then December hits, and you're like, December wasn't bad. And then it's like, then January hits, and you're like, all right, I'm getting sick of this shit.
Yeah.
And then February hits, and you're like, oh, God damn it, February.
Yeah. Yeah, 'cause it seems like February is where you get your couple feet at a time and bullshit
and then
like
March
that.
is the turn where it's like, okay, we're coming out. And it's,
yeah,
April's good, of course.
We've hit the winter solstice, so we are getting longer days.
Right.
It's like the 22nd or something like that.
Yeah.
Of December, so.
I hate it being dark so early still. It
Yeah.
just drives you nuts.
Yeah, we have to look forward to in January's darkness, shitty weather, and taxes.
Well, let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think half of our depression is just because it's dark out, like at 5:30, whatever. If you lived in Alaska, and I think this is actually a true thing, right? Because I think they have 3 months out of the year
where it's like, it just
total,
stays dark.
Total darkness, and then they have 3 months out of the year where it's total sunshine.
Yeah.
Which one would you rather go through? You don't have to Google it if it's right or wrong. I don't give a fuck.
Well, I'm curious to see what it actually is, but to go through,
what would you rather? Would you rather go through 3 months of darkness or 3 months of bright light?
I mean,
I feel like I know my answer, but
I'd rather go bright light, but at the same time, like if I wasn't like working or something, or if I was working from home or some shit like that, like I wouldn't mind the darkness, just chilling out in the house, playing video games all the time. Not knowing when to sleep, not knowing when you just fuck it. I'm here, I'm comfy, I'm cozy.
Right.
Whereas like then you'd have to have like good blackout curtains and shit just to get sleep and all that shit. But I think I'd still rather have.
What if it was 3 months of just pure sunshine, so all the time, 3 months of that, or say 1 month of darkness? What would you rather do then? Would you rather get back to a normal day, or would you be like,
yeah,
this sunshine's awesome?
I'd pick the shorter one then.
Yeah.
If there was an option just to get it done with, if it's got to be one or the other. Like 3 months is hard to like reset after or whatever.
Right.
But I think then I'd go darkness for a month.
Well, there are certain countries that like deal with that all the time. Like, not months, but they have weeks, and they have a few weeks of the year that it's like it's pretty much bright all the time. It's mainly northern hemisphere or northern North Pole, whatever.
Yeah.
Whether that's, I know it's true, but it's not like, it might not be like completely bright. It might kind of be like half bright, kind of dim, kind of weird, but still not whatever.
Yeah, so because Alaska does experience 24-hour daylight during the summer months, the sun barely sets.
Yeah.
So that's if it's summer months, it's like 3 months. But it says in certain spots, 67 days of darkness during the winter. So it seems like the darkness spell is at least a little shorter.
67 days of darkness during the winter. That's still crazy.
Yeah. That's so weird.
It's over like 2 months.
And then in Fairbanks, at least you get 4 hours of daylight. So it doesn't go dark for that long, but I guess in the more northern part, in Barrow, the northernmost part,
completely set from early May until the end of July.
That's weird.
So you get almost 3 months of.
Honestly, I don't think I want either of it. Which would you pick, daylight or darkness?
I mean, you pick the daylight and you just get blackout curtains and blackout everything.
Yeah, blackout drunk even.
Blackout drunk. I know Alaska has a lot of that, as it is anyways. There are a bunch of just very serious drinking issues and drug issues as well up there. Yeah.
I just need to pass the fuck out, dude. It's so bright.
It would be weird, though, to have like a constant, like go out. Or, I got to run to my car and grab something, and it's like 11 o'clock at night, and you're like, God, man.
Nice day out here.
I'll be out here tanning. Yeah. What am I doing? Imagine if you're from there, it's fine, like you're used to it.
Yeah.
But if you're not, you'd be like, it mess with your head so much.
Yeah, I'm not gonna deep dive this question, but I wonder what the crime rate's like during either or. Like, does it go lower when the daylight's always on? Because you can't sneak around at night,
right?
But then whenever it's dark for 67 days, you can sneak around anytime,
right? Maybe you feel better about like drinking and driving because it's daylight out.
It's still bright out.
Whatever, I can still see when I'm going. It doesn't matter.
That would be kind of fun. Like, it's that time of the year. We're always day drinking now, baby.
Driving around 1 a.m., sliding around on the roads. It don't matter.
That's one thing I would do is I'd make like an experience out of it. You get all those dark days, and then when you're like, oh, fuck, we're getting the daylight tomorrow. We're day drinking, boys. Let's do this. Yeah.
That'd be you work midnights, it wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
Right? You're like, I don't care. It's daylight no matter what time I get out. So
yeah, midnight workers are like, now you know how I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool to have a midnight shift during the daylight time.
Right.
Because that's one thing that does suck is there's certain... I know when I worked at the refinery, even here, I would only work during daylight, and then because we work 10-hour days, so you show up to work and it's dark, and then it's like you're leaving work and it's like fucking dark already. It's like I didn't even get to enjoy any of this. I just had to work in it. Like, that's stupid.
So I feel like this probably only happens in really cold areas too.
Yeah, it's
kind of weird.
It's a polar thing.
Yeah, so like that means, right, if the sun's out all the time, right, so you're a lot warmer, right? You get more of the sun, blah blah blah. Well, it's just dark the whole time. I bet it's cold. It's
probably bitter.
Bitter cold.
Yep.
Like nothing gets to warm up.
Yep.
Ooh. Yeah, definitely all the sunshine.
Yeah. 100% sunshine.
I just started thinking about that. I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, damn.
Because I fucking hate the cold, dude.
Yeah. Oh, man. It's just dark and cold as hell. Like, no matter where you go or what time of day it is, that would suck. At least you get some sunshine shining in your car, even.
Yeah.
Your car, warming your car up a little bit.
Yep.
Warming up your house, doing all that. But, at night, everything gets colder, so.
That's one of those things, too, talking about, like, warming up cars. I wonder why, and I know they do it a lot in northern states, but they all have engine block heaters. Like, why can't we have those here?
And, it depends on your vehicle.
Yeah.
But
I think most places offer them, at least if they're selling in those markets, for sure.
Right.
But, like, how rad would that be? Just like, plug my car in the garage here. That way, when I wake up in the morning, it's all nice and toasty.
Right. I mean, obviously, like, the diesel vehicles needed it more.
Yeah.
Like, the bigger motors and stuff like that needed it more back in the day. But now it's like, we have the technology. It'll still fire. Whatever. But
we got the glow plugs in them and shit.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
But still, man, if I could...
Probably be a lot better for your engine.
Yeah.
I mean, you got a garage, so you're good. But
yeah, I'm decent at the house because it is, my garage isn't heated, but it's insulated enough that Like even all the snow and ice that accumulated around my wheel wells, it's all melting off right now.
Right.
So it's warm enough in there that but it's still chilly, you know?
Yeah.
It'd be dope to run an extension cord out to my car at work. Because today I went out and it was just covered. And of course, because you get there, it's warm. Yeah. Your car's all warmed up, so all the snow falling on the fucking windshield and everything turns to water. And then once it cools, then you get a nice thick layer of ice on your shit.
Mm.
Which I guess I could just go out and start my car, 15, 20 minutes before I plan to leave.
That's the play, right? Yeah. Remote start.
I don't have remote start either, but I could always walk out there. That'd be better. Walk out for 30 seconds of cold to turn it on instead of sitting there scraping ice off of it and shit.
Yeah.
Which when I was younger and dumber, I just did that play where I'd like scrape just enough for me to see.
Right? Oh God, how many times?
Then I'm like, dude, take a fucking minute. Clean off your windshield, dude. That's dangerous as fuck.
Yeah, how many times running under there like,
dummy.
Yeah.
But I would. I'm like,
blasting through windshield washer fluid because it's like freezing up as you're hitting it. And like, it clears it for a second, and then it's like, and then it starts like your windshield starts going like freezing over again.
Yeah. You lazy fuck.
That's some really cold temperatures, but yeah. As you're waiting for the heat to warm up.
I feel like we might have talked about this on the podcast before, or at least like we've talked about it.
I'm sure
somewhere. But like, why doesn't your front window have the defrost lines like your rear window has?
Right.
That would be so clutch.
Yeah, it'd be super clutch.
And then if you could just have, and then with the engine block heater thing, you plug that in and just have like a small current go through at all times.
Right. Through all your windows.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Like, all your windows should have that. Hell, I mean, do you even need an engine block? You just need, like, power to your battery, right?
Yeah.
Like, your battery just auto kicks it on.
Yeah.
Maybe electric cars have that.
I was just thinking, I wonder how fast an electric car heats up.
That's a good question.
It's not like you're waiting on your engine coolant to get warm.
Yeah, it's got to power a heater core, right? Its own personal heater. I never thought about that, about heat and air conditioning in an electric car, because I know how it works in a gas vehicle, because they have pumps on belts.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess it's kind of the same idea in a sense, but it's just on its own circuit.
Yeah, I've never looked at what. Yeah, because like even electric, like the air compressor, you got to drive a little motor to compress.
Right.
But I mean, it could be an electric motor, but
right.
But I wonder if the compressor is going to be stationary and then still have a belt around it, or is it just direct drive then maybe to the compressor?
I bet direct drive on a lot of them.
That would make more sense.
Yeah. Well, less issues you're going to have with them.
Yeah.
Huh.
If you know that, tell us. If you're an electric car guy, smart person.
Sure, we could use a machine to figure it out, but we're not going to do that.
Yeah.
No. Don't care. I would. I mean, if your car's parked outside and it's bitter cold, and you got home and you had 50% battery, and you get out there in the morning and it's bitter cold in your electric car, you think it goes down 1% or 2%?
I think so. I know from what I've understood, a lot of them have issues with driving in the operating whenever it's super cold. Yeah. And then because their doors are weird, so like because the handles kind of pop out because most of those on Teslas are flush.
Yeah.
I guess people have issues with those getting frozen stuck and shit. And then they don't want to go because the battery is all cold, because batteries don't like cold.
They don't like them
at all.
Nope.
So I don't know.
Like cold.
I feel like we're probably still mild enough that it doesn't affect us as much.
Yeah.
But definitely, like, if you're in, like, North Dakota or Canada or some shit, you probably don't want a Tesla.
Yeah, you probably got a garage for it anyways.
Yeah, you park that bitch indoors.
And then you probably keep it plugged in.
Yeah.
So it's trickle charging the whole time and keeping the battery warm and keeping the juice flowing and all that. So
that's one thing that would be so rad about an electric vehicle. But I don't want to get that debate about cost of power versus gas or whatever, but like just to plug it in when you get home.
Right.
Don't have to go to a fucking gas station,
Yeah.
For daily driving, like I drive a half hour to work every day, So it's not like, I mean, I get the long trips where it'd be a hassle. It's, I gotta stop and sit at the charger for 20 minutes or whatever.
15, 20 minutes, whatever, yeah.
But still, just to have it plugged in at the house.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it would become, isn't it as efficient as gas, right?
Right.
Like it's one full charge just as efficient as me filling up at the gas station. Because if it is, I mean, if you consider you driving one full tank of gas out of your vehicle, you're gonna stop probably a couple times, no matter what, anyways. Because well, one, I don't ever let it get to empty, anyways. But
Right.
you know, and plans are there and whatever, and I wouldn't care if it's 15 minutes. I guess.
Right.
To me, it'd be like, oh, yeah, I'm gonna stretch it out.
Sit there and
Like,
fucking
whatever,
scroll on
it's
TikTok.
fine. Doesn't matter. Yeah. Yeah, it's the cost issue, and then you know, the whole. At the end of the day, is the whole electric versus the gas. Is the value there? What's, you know, we have this environmental dispute going on about it and all this other shit.
Yeah, because most of the shit that charges your car anyways from burning fossil fuels.
Right.
You know, like
Right.
like people think, oh, I'm doing better for the environment. It's still burning shit to power it.
Well, our electric grid's still the most inefficient
I
electric
do-
grid around too.
I did see that Dodge is developing a Ram that'll be fully electric, but it'll have an onboard like 4-cylinder motor that'll power a generator then, and they're expecting to get like 700 miles per tank.
Nice.
Which would be fantastic. I don't know why that's not more of a thing. It's like, yeah, you're still using gas, but it's not, you know, you're using electric to power, but you're using the gas to charge. You
Right.
know,
Yeah.
that seems way more efficient than using gas to drive.
Yeah, it's like the hybrid, right? The hybrid's supposed to be a mix of using the battery power to push it a little bit too, or do whatever. Do the low speeds, but the gas is at the high speeds because that's gas is more efficient at the high speeds or whatever.
But that's the thing too, is I've gotten a couple plug-in hybrids as rental vehicles, and it still uses the hybrid assist, and then it's supposed to have regenerative charging.
Yeah.
But why when that gas motor's running, why isn't it constantly fucking like running an extra generator to recharge that battery? Every single one of them I've had has had 0 battery capacity, but you know, it keeps like a reserve for doing the hybrid shit.
Right.
But you can actually plug it in and get like an extra 400 miles out of the full battery. But it's a rental. I'm not going to fucking plug it in and pay for the gas, you know? But I don't understand why they can't design it to where it's recharging itself better.
Right.
You know?
That's what I never understood. Like, one, we have a vehicle moving, so like there's a lot of moving parts. All 4 tires moving, axles moving, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, how isn't that somehow regenerating power back?
Right.
Like, I'm sure we can figure something out there. You're going, I know aerodynamics is a thing, right? But you still got air going. Like, couldn't you put like a couple little tubes generating air, like hitting some propellers, sparking some more air, right?
Little turbines in there. And even if it's just a trickle charge, you're still reserving that energy.
Right.
You know?
Right. And I know you don't want resistance against the car, but the dumb shit we put on all our cars now and the way they're built, some of them are built. It's like, I mean, look the way a fucking Jeep built. That's not aerodynamic at all.
Exactly. And that's one of the plug-in hybrids that I had.
Yeah, and I'm like, what? It's got a flat windshield almost.
And even if
like, holy shit.
Even if it's just recharging the battery, if you get like 10% of your battery charged
right
over like a 30-minute drive, I feel like that seems like it should be possible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just with all the moving parts and all the shit, like you said, like why can't it, you know, I don't expect like, I'm going to drive 30 minutes and I'll get a full battery, but like get some.
I understand like the solar technology is probably not here yet. We'll probably get there eventually.
Right.
But like some solar shit just built into the top of the roof.
Yeah.
And like,
or like, I feel like somebody at one point has developed some kind of solar panel paint and it's just not efficient enough yet.
right.
But like
too expensive. And
yeah,
like,
too expensive.
you chipped it and you broke fucking half of it.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
You broke the circuit, so it's like one bulb goes out, they all go out. You got a chip, it's done, it's toast, you know.
But I always thought that like cars driving, why don't you have like a bunch of little propellers, spin a bunch of mini like little alternators that just going right to a battery, like supercharging the shit out of the thing. I'm like, I feel like you're accelerating with that force with like gas or whatever. And then why can't they be powering like a bigger battery to like give you that EcoBoost or whatever the fuck they call it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, even a lot of those fucking trucks that you see that they put all those giant speakers in and shit, they'll have a huge battery bank on it.
Yeah.
And they just got like setups for like 6 alternators.
Right.
Just to get all that juice. It's like, well, why can't we do that for a fucking hybrid car?
Has the alternator gotten better?
You would think it should have been.
Is that that's never been a car option I looked at. Like, can I upgrade my alternator so I have more juice going to my battery?
Do you have the model with the better alternator?
Maybe we've been looking in the wrong place. Maybe we just need a better alternator.
I feel like we've got a lot of brilliant minds in this world, and I don't understand why we haven't, accomplished some of these things.
Yeah, because I thought that was the one point of the electric car that they were saying, and maybe this was a movie or something, not Tesla or whatever. I don't know. That the wheels were supposed to have alternators. They were the alternators.
Yeah.
So every time you hit the power, they were also regenerating power.
Yeah, because the motors that drive them can also be like as you let off the gas, they can go almost reverse polarity or some shit to regen. Right. And I think that's what these plug-in hybrids are supposed to be doing, but they're not doing it very efficiently.
Gotcha. I mean, obviously, you're going to use more power you're not going to regain the same amount, but, that's where my mini wind turbine tunnels come through in the car come and play.
Because even on those plug-ins, they got different modes. They got the standard, where it's just a hybrid. You can switch them over to all electric if you've got a full battery charge. And then they've got like a max regen mode. So as you're letting off the gas, you actually feel like a brake, kind of like it's slowing down faster.
Right.
So it's weird because it jerks you a little bit. It's a very jerky kind of process. But I feel like once you got used to it, like how often do you, when you let off the gas or go to hit the brake, like if you're riding with somebody and you expect them to slow down, you kind of brace yourself and push yourself back into the seat because it's like. So even then, like you just get, as soon as you took your foot off your gas, you'd probably just like, not even think about it, kind of push yourself back to counteract that.
Right.
So why can't you make that better?
Make it better.
Just fucking make it better.
Because we are engineers. We know what we're talking about.
I'm definitely not. I mean, I wish I could. I wish I could make it better. I'd love to be one of those guys like, hey, what's up, YouTube? I just came up with a hack for my Tesla to make it charge itself.
Yeah. I never have to get power again.
Yeah. Well, then the government would be like, shut that shit down. Fucking kill him.
Yeah. Oh, God. This episode
we got
getting pulled.
we got too much money in the oil and gas industry. We can't lose it all.
Because, I'm dead, and they got many fans built in and tubes inside of Tesla.
How did Cody shot himself 18 times?
Why did we just do many fans through there? What the fuck? What?
Cody, he did it to himself. He fell on his weapon and it went off accidentally 14 times to the chest. And in other news, we've got this new wind turbine system you put on your cars to charge it. It's like, I'm pretty sure that was his idea.
Yeah. Well, everybody that knows me is wiped off the face of the earth. So, well, sorry, guys.
Yeah. Well, it is one of those things that I do believe we'll see a lot of cool shit like that in our lifetime.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're just scratching the surface. I mean, we've already seen, and we talked about the quantum computing and all that other stuff going on now. I think we're going to see a lot of changes in our lifetime. Which is cool. I mean, we've already seen a shitload. I mean, you just look at everything and how it's going. We've gotten to the point where there are self-driving cars, where there are, all these different things. I mean, no, it's not perfect by any means at all. We're in that testing phase, basically. But it's getting there. I mean, I really hope teleportation gets developed.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, I can't wait till quantum computing figures and AI figures that shit out for us.
God. That would make we wouldn't even need a car anymore. When the car's gone, done. Okay.
Let's say they've tested it on, wood cans and everything else. They've literally teleported all kinds of shit, even like monkeys and stuff. They're like, all right, we're ready for human testing. Would you be the first?
Would I be the first?
Yeah.
I mean, are they paying me?
If you die, there's a handsome reward.
yeah, then I'm done.
It's like you get like a big life insurance policy then. If
Yeah,
something
like if
happens.
my wife and kids are loaded up after me, then hell yeah.
And
then I'm famous too. I'm the first person
right,
to ever teleport.
Yeah, because
right?
then you'll make money off of the press run and shit.
My nickname's Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler.
I'm the Nightcrawler now. I'm the first one that teleported. X-Men, sorry, nerding out there.
Oh, okay, I get it now. I get it
yeah,
now.
a little nerding out there, but
Yeah, I didn't know that X-Man. Well, I was thinking like I'd be like Zap or something.
yeah. He's a teleportation guy.
That makes-
X-Men, you know. But anyways, yeah.
That makes sense.
No, one, you get the fame, which is cool because you're the first guy that teleported.
Yeah.
I've really sent sheep and goats and monkeys and stuff.
Right.
But you're the first male. And then there'd be the female. You know,
Yeah.
my wife be right behind me because how many millions we paying here?
yeah. Plummet up again. Let's
But
do
yeah,
this.
no, if the family is taken care of, and I can be like, yeah, heck yeah. Then I get like written in history books then too. That's pretty dope.
Yeah, and they'll name
That's
like
pretty dope.
the Adams teleportation device.
Yeah, I'd be like, here's the OG model, like going to. It'd probably go like 5-10 feet, maybe,
Yeah.
or something, or maybe. Well, they probably have to go a longer
You just
distance
become-
than that.
you
right?
become like
coast to coast.
the verb for it. Like, oh yeah, man, I'll just Adams to you. I'll be there in a second. I'm just gonna Adams over.
Which would make sense because it's like Adams, you know.
Oh, shit!
You know what I mean? Like the Adams are destructing.
But it'd be spelled like your name. Though.
Yeah. I feel like if that ever happens too, there's a lot of other crazy shit going on.
Yeah.
Or deconstructing yourself in one physical place and putting yourself back together and you're
Yeah.
still alive. I'm pretty sure we're immortal as well.
Yeah. Or maybe even before that, we'll get like you get like a sentry bot. You just tap into a VR, and then your robot goes and does your shit.
Walk
for
around,
you.
do whatever
Yeah.
you want. That'd be pretty cool.
And then it's like maybe like a system, almost like kind of like Uber, but with robots. To where it's
Yeah.
like, oh man, I need to go to New York right now for this meeting, and then you just like, there's available one in the building next door, so you tap into that one, and then you walk over.
And everybody's just working from home, doing business with their robot.
Yeah,
I'm just here out here doing business with my robot.
and it's got like a holograph head then, so it looks like you, and like, hey
Yeah.
guys, how's it going?
Like, then you just get a program written that like copies your brain, and then you don't have to work anymore. You just sit at home,
Yeah.
drink beer. My robot's working. I don't know. He's doing a good job.
And then, as we learned during COVID times, during the Zoom meetings, all of a sudden, like you forget to hit mute or something, and you're sitting there jerking off, getting in trouble. Local man fired because his sentry bot was making rude motions with its hands.
Rudimentary things. You know.
Appeared to be jerking off in public.
Yeah, you know. I think things will be crazy, but you know,
I'm looking forward to it.
hopefully it's for the better.
Yeah.
not the worse.
I'm a hopeful guy. I'm a glasses half full kind
Yeah.
of guy. So
Yeah.
I think we both are. We're not
No, I think
doom and gloomers.
we've all embraced technology enough now at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there's still a handful of anti-technology people out there, but there's probably not a lot that I would
Right.
say. Hopefully it's not our demise. I mean, we are a little bit relying on it,
Fingers
but
crossed.
at the end of the day, if it goes to shit, I think a lot of us would still survive with being able to not have technology in our hands
Yeah.
and repurpose it in a different way or whatever it might be. So, either way.
Yep.
You know.
Hopefully we survive the dark ages when it
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah. Get that internet back up. Tired of land partying with Steve all the time. We're on our generator. Keep kicking his ass every day on Call of Duty.
Fuel reserves are running low.
We drank all the whiskey.
Yeah.
He ain't getting any better.
We know how to make more whiskey though. We'll figure that one out.
That's true.
That'll be one of the first things, because then you could trade that.
Oh, yeah.
Barter that.
Yeah. We know food and liquor
Yeah.
pretty well and how to cook it and make it.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's some good trading material.
Yeah. The Stody Tavern.
Yeah. Which is also distilling water, which is popular too.
Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna need some clean water.
Gonna need clean water.
Yeah.
How are they gonna run if the grid goes down?
Yeah.
The treatment facilities can't do
Yeah.
that. So
I know a bit of forging,
yeah.
just a bit.
I don't know how to get it to steel form.
Do what?
Foraging. So like you talk about making metal, right?
No, foraging.
Oh, foraging. I thought you were like, I know a bit of foraging. I'm like, yeah, you just heat it up and you hit it with a hammer.
But we know a guy for that.
Yeah,
we got a guy for that.
But I was wondering, like, how do you get it out of the ground and into metal? Like, what do you do with an iron ore?
I don't think we ever have to worry about that.
Yeah,
we got plenty of that around.
It's just metal hanging out.
It's metal everywhere.
It's metal,
metal, heavy metal.
Yeah, I'll just melt it all down.
No, that's like 10,000. World destroyed 10,000 people.
Yeah,
10,000 years in the future, 100,000, million years in the future.
Yeah,
that's their problem.
Yeah,
we ain't alive then.
Yeah, that's like, people are like, oh, if you went back in time to like the Stone Ages with the information you have now, it's like I don't know how to fucking
suck.
I don't know how to tell like this, this guy, this caveman, like, no, dude, you just get copper. You know what copper is? And then you get to the lithium and ions to make the batteries.
Yeah, we need plastic.
Yeah,
to make a circuit.
Yeah.
And
we'll dig down until we find this black goop, dude. Come on.
I still don't know how a circuit works either. By the way, so
I should know how a circuit works. It's kind of part of my job. I know that, but like to make the components for a circuit,
yeah, but like a microchip.
Yeah, right.
What is even in that?
How do you make that?
And how does a computer talk to that to know that that's just ones and zeros?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. And then even if you get it's like somebody's like, you gather these 5 things. It's like, well, how do I get copper out of an ore? You just melt the ore.
Barely, unless you send me with a lighter, like I'm gonna be like searching for some flintstone and like trying to like chip a fire away like forever.
Spend 3 days just hitting rocks because you don't know. I don't even know what the fuck flint looks like.
Black.
Yeah, it's gonna be a black one.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I might try like 100 different black rocks. It's like, wait a minute, let me try this fucking white one here real quick. Okay, no, it's not the white one. We need more black rocks.
One of them, eventually 2 of them, are gonna make a spark together. And
Right.
All right, woo.
But
I have to go to the 2-stick method, and
yeah.
I don't want to go down that route.
That'll give me blisters. Rubbing my hands on it too much.
I know all the survivor shows are like, I'm just out here surviving the woods with my flint and steel, and it's like, well, that's not really surviving because you got like the perfect thing. Like,
there is a show like that though that they have nothing, right?
Yeah.
But then even then, they drop you off with clothes and boots and shit.
Yeah.
I'd like to see somebody. Well, Naked and Afraid's one of those.
Yeah, but I don't know how much they like worry about them starting a fire. They would give them matches and shit.
And there's a cameraman right there.
Yeah,
we're like, just fucking help. It's not a show if they die.
They got their own camera.
Yeah, it's not a fucking show if we just let them die. Just give them fucking, get some B-roll of them rubbing the sticks and shit, and then there with a match, help them out.
Yeah, and then they're like, oh, I got it, and then you just walk over and go, all right, good. All right,
yeah.
I'll throw that in. Here's some cotton down in there. Like,
edit out my hand.
Yeah,
edit out my hand. That's fine. We'll do that in post.
I love watching those Survivor shows, though.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've gotten into any of them.
That's one of my fun things to watch, but it's like, I wish they'd make them a little bit better. Show you more like how they construct their cabins and some of the things that they like. Now it's like, oh, there's nothing but drama. And it's like, oh my God, stop with the drama.
I hate how they've
Why do you think everybody loves drama? Nobody likes drama.
They've dramatized all reality TV.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I don't like reality TV, because it's like they'll build up a fight, commercial break. And then when they come back for the commercial break, they got to retell you
the whole
what the fight was to get there. And like, why are you building? Just tell me what the fuck's happening, man.
Yeah.
Tell me what's happening.
They just got to this point and they just ruined their camp and they stole all of their goods. And now everybody's mad. Oh, yeah. What's going to happen next?
That guy sucks.
Speaking of getting built up,
holy shit!
Speaking of getting built up to then be let down by a commercial break, but this one's a bigger break. Have you seen the new Squid Game?
No,
it's fantastic. But you think, because I heard this was going to be like the last season,
right?
But I think they're either doing a mid-season break or it'll be a third season.
Of course they are.
So I'm not spoiling anything by telling you this, but if you're into wanting to see the end of it, the conclusion of it, wait till the conclusion comes out.
I'm glad I didn't start watching it.
Yeah.
It's not something my wife would ever watch anyways. Like, she never watched the first one.
Really?
No, anything dubbed over, she's not going to be into. And I'm not normally into a whole lot either.
Yeah.
So,
well, from the first one, it doesn't seem to distract you too. You get used to it.
No, I'm
quick.
fine with, like, I'll get used to it real quick. But she's just always like, and then it's just a weird thing for her. Like, she doesn't like some of that stuff where it's like, what the fuck is this?
Human suffering
like,
and shit.
Yeah. Well, she reads the weirdest books in the world. But, that's reading. It's not watching. So
maybe they'll make a Squid Game book.
But no, and I was kind of curious about that too, because I was like, I kind of figured that there were certain things going on. We knew Call of Duty was coming out with a Squid Game.
Yeah.
Is there another? Is it Fortnite doing it too, or something? Some other big game?
They'll probably have skins.
There's something going on where they're like really, because the first one was so big and popular.
Yeah.
And I don't think they made enough money, so now they're like, how do we milk this shit?
They're super promoting it,
So now, Call of Duty's got their whole pass going on to make money off of it. Obviously, you do that splits, and then Netflix gets more rep for it. And it's just like, how do we make money off this TV show? That one, they probably didn't think was going to be really that popular, and all of a sudden it just blew up out of nowhere.
Some exec saw it and like, yeah, we'll put it on.
Right.
We'll see how it does. We'll test it. It's tested well. We'll put it on, see how it does. And it fucking went fucking gangbusters.
Yeah, because there was actually a movie or a show that was a dubbed over Asian movie that I've seen a long time ago that was very similar to it. Like, same kind of concept, more the murder mystery type of room situation, or the get out of the room alive, whatever.
Yeah.
Kind of similar to Squid Game in a way, but like contestants go in and like, but then they start getting murdered and they're like, holy shit, this is real. So it's like, there's movies like it, but then it was on a mass scale, and trying to shoot that on a mass scale is pretty cool. It's pretty different. I mean, Squid Game 1 was pretty unique, and I don't know if that was like a famous
Korean show.
I don't know, but
yeah. That'd be funny if they're like, yeah, we released it in Korea because it's a Korean show, and nobody watched it.
The Americans love it, of course.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But at least I'm looking forward to the next the next season coming out.
Heck yeah.
Because I don't know if it's supposed to be a season or same season, but break thing.
It's probably just a little break, and they'll probably release it.
But it's pretty fucking good, I'll tell you that much at least.
They probably want the hype build up, and then get everybody hyped up, and then, you got to go watch it.
Well, because...
I don't know who doesn't have Netflix at this point in time, but I guess, Netflix needs a couple more people.
And then that's the other thing, is it puts more eyes on it, because it's like, oh, wait, it's been like 4 months. I need to go back and rewatch. Yeah,
the first part, yeah.
Because I got hooked in that. I went back and rewatched the first season before I even started this new one.
Gotcha.
So they caught my attention by having that break, and it'll probably happen again.
It's not like Zad's run, so they don't get anything extra out of you. But yeah, sure, yeah.
Yeah,
that'll be the next move when ads start popping up. And then we all, this is TV again.
We're back to
we're back to cable TV. Hello.
And then Netflix just takes over all of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's the craziest thing. Even with that Tyson Paul fight, I heard something like 10 million people were just some stupid fucking number.
Way more than 10 million.
I think it was.
I think it's like 100 million, maybe way more than that. There's so many it crashed their servers. And so they did their first NFL game. I was like, well, let's see how this goes. It went fine.
Yeah.
But it was probably way more people because it's a boxing match over American football. That makes the difference. So, yeah.
Yeah. And they just picked up Monday Night Raw, which it's insane how many more wrestling fans there are in the world than you realize.
Yeah.
Even with everybody going, but it's fake. Yeah. But the storyline's fake, but it's still fucking physical entertainment.
Right.
And it's definitely got that whole, like, it's a soap opera for dudes.
Yeah.
It's
a scripted thing for the most part. But they're still hitting each other around. Shit still happens. People still died in it.
Yeah.
You know, like it's not. It's kind of like football in a way. You know, it's just like, oh, two teams go out there. You think you know what's going to happen, right? But is the NFL scripted? We don't know yet.
Yeah, that's the whole the fun one.
Yeah.
Well, of course Kansas City's going to win. That's why Taylor Swift's there. Blah 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 blah.
Right.
And like, so I don't know. It's hard to script some of those passes and some of those runs that you see, though. That's for sure.
True.
But once again, it's hard to fake flipping off of a cage into another guy. That's not fake, but the results
and hitting it right.
Yeah,
yeah.
But the results scripted. Like,
yeah, those guys break shit all the time during their doing their shit and all their stuff. And
because I actually watched that Vince McMahon doc.
Yeah,
it was pretty good, and it was cool because it was so nostalgic to see all like. They talked about Hulkamania and like the Undertaker and like all that shit. It's like, dude, I was totally into that shit.
That's
back
what it
in the
was.
day.
Yeah.
And then, but they're doing interviews with the wrestlers where it's like, they come up to you and they tell you, you're getting the belt, but it's like 5 minutes before you go on, so you still don't even really know.
Yeah.
You're following you're building that storyline of like, I'm gonna beat your ass and blah 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 blah. And once you're in the ring, they're just kind of some of the bigger stunts I think they do now, it's like you're going to do this at some point, so that's scripted. But most of it, they're saying like, we know who's going to win, but we still got to get there. You got to read the crowd, and it's like if the crowd's getting too hyped up on the good guy, then all of a sudden the bad guy's got to start. When we're talking to each other, okay, you start beating the shit out of me, and I'm going to make it look like I'm losing. So we got to get them back up and get them emotional, and then we'll keep
Right.
They feel the tides and shit. And I'm like, I didn't realize there was that much kind of wiggle room when they're in the ring too.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
Scripting, but like kind of freestyling. I'm like,
yeah.
Well, I mean, somebody comes down wrong, and all of a sudden they're knocked out.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like, what do you do?
It's
like they showed one where, well, it was McFoley.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to say the animal. It's not right. On top,
Mankind
on top of the cage, and Undertaker, or is it somebody else? I don't know, but he was like standing on top of the cage, and he was supposed to. They had it set up for him to like not break through the cage, but kind of break through the cage or something like that. But it just gave way.
Yeah,
he just came crashing down.
Yeah, because he body slammed him on top of the cage, and they weren't supposed to fall through.
They weren't supposed to fall through it. Yeah,
and then that's whenever they say too, like, so then you're down there, you know that guy's fucked up and he's not getting up right now, but I can't pin him right now, so I gotta act like I'm hurt and roll around, and it's like, oh, everybody's like, get up. And it's like I feel fine, but like I gotta pretend like, oh,
I gotta make sure his leg's not broken and he's not dead.
Yeah, wait till I see him rolling around and build up the
Yeah,
and then go, try to attack him, or wait for him to get up and attack me or whatever. But
yeah.
But that would,
imagine just being the paramedics that's like right next door to that. Like,
dude.
Was that one supposed to happen? Was that supposed to happen? I don't know. Was that supposed to happen? Are we supposed to go? And they're probably on like a very tight leash. Like, you don't go until we tell you to go.
Right. Wait.
Yeah.
And I'm sure a lot of that's on the referee then too, because he's right there.
Right.
And then he's like, oh no, this guy's fucked. you know?
Yeah.
You might have a panic button, or, even a mic in here. I've never
well,
seen
I'm
one.
Sure there's guys watching it above and stuff too.
Like, or like some kind of
off script. Go.
Yeah, signal. Like,
I'm sure they're all rated in.
Cut it.
But yeah.
Cut the cameras. This is a dead guy.
Yeah. Well, Bret Hart.
Yeah.
Falling from the zip line down on the turnbuckle.
Yeah.
Ugh.
That sucks.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah.
We're having a damn good time here. So
yeah.
Wrestling.
Actually,
Wrestling.
I think we've rambled on quite a bit.
Yep.
So
I was going to say, too.
Make sure you guys click like and subscribe. Do all the things. Tune in each week to see your two favorite people.
Yeah. We talk randomness and, have a damn good time.
Yeah. Did you have yourself a damn good time?
I had a damn good time, Steve. Did you have yourself a damn good time?
I had myself a damn good time, and we hope you guys did too. But either way, we will see you next week. Well, no, we won't.
we're taking a night break.
Yeah,
so.
we're breaking for the Ohio State game. We'll see you after that.
Unless we sneak one in
Hopefully-
somewhere, but go Bucks if not.
Hopefully after that we'll be celebrating a Buckeyes win. So we love you guys. Love you, Cody. See you later.
Peace.